Good morning. My name is Elizabeth Cole, and I'm the Interim Dean of the College of Literature, Science, and the Arts, and I'm also a faculty member in Women's Studies, Psychology, and the Department of Afro-American and African Studies. It's an honor to share this stage with President Schlissel, university regents and officers, my fellow deans and faculty, and our honored guests, including Governor Whitmer. On behalf of the faculty of the College of Literature, Science, and the Arts, I am thrilled to offer warmest congratulations to the class of 2019, and to express our gratitude to your friends and family who are celebrating with us. We know how important their love and support have been to all that you've accomplished. Today I want to tell you a story about these shoes. But I'm going to start by talking about what it means to have been educated at the University of Michigan. I know because I'm an alum myself. My time here as a student set me on the course of my life, and I'm sure it will be the same for you. More than anything else, I value our commitment to excellence, which makes us this nation's finest public university. And I love that as a public university, our foundation rests upon President Angel's audacious 19th century vision to offer an uncommon education to the common man and woman. Even today, that's still a bold statement about equity and inclusion. Another thing that I'm proud of is our tradition of student activism. Michigan students imagine a better world and believe that they can bring that world into being. I was reminded of this legacy at the opening of the Trotter Multicultural Center this spring. I was so moved by the photographs of generations of students who worked countless hours to help this university live up to its own ideals. And in fact, when I was a student here, for my dissertation research, I studied midlife women who had been activists on campus in the 1960s and 70s. I wanted to know if activism at Michigan led them to lives of working for change, and if so, how? And I found three things. First, women who continued their activism felt a strong sense of attachment and belonging to their communities. Second, they held a personal commitment to improve the world for future generations. And third, they believed in their own power to have an impact. These three things made the difference. The alumni in my study got their start in the defining social movements of the 1960s, but their story is still relevant today. Every generation comes of age at a particular historical moment, and they face the challenges of that moment. I think it's fair to say that the challenges facing the world today, and one might even call some of them crises, are especially urgent and difficult. In my time as dean, I've had the chance to meet with many of you and to work with student organizations who are rising to these challenges. You have impressed and inspired me. At the same time, I know that continuing this work will not be easy. It can feel staggering. So that brings me back to the shoes. I teach Introduction to Women's Studies, and we spend a lot of time learning about the disparities that women face. By the end of the course, my students often feel kind of overwhelmed. The problems are so big, they say. What can we do? So on the last day of class, I tell them about the ruby slippers from The Wizard of Oz. Seriously. I have pictures of them in my office, at home in my kitchen, and I even went to the Smithsonian in DC just to see the original pair from the movie. And it's not because, as a dean, I sometimes wish I had flying monkeys. No, that's not why. Here's why. If you recall, Dorothy was transported to another world where she went on a dangerous quest to find a way to return home. And at the end of her journey, she met Glenda the Good Witch and asked for her help. And Glenda says, "You don't need to be helped any longer. You've always had the power." Spoiler alert, the power was in her shoes, the ruby slippers. And her friend, the Scarecrow, says to the witch, "Then why didn't you tell her before?" And the witch says, "She wouldn't have believed me. She had to learn it for herself." To me, the ruby slippers are a reminder that we all have powers we don't yet recognize. I believe that in challenging times that demand action, we can access these abilities to achieve great things, things our younger selves may not have imagined. But each of us has to learn about that power for ourselves. So my wish for you, class of 2019, is that you recognize your power. It is not magic. It's not outside yourself. Your experiences here, inside and outside the classroom, have given you everything you need to face the epic challenges of our time. Like the alumni activists in my study years ago, you have the power to build community, to embrace our shared responsibility to future generations, and to make change that matters for the world. I hope you will nurture your own power and help others to find their power within themselves.